In this video, we will learn how to match two databases in Excel and get the remaining values that doesn't match in one of them. As you can see over here, we have two data tables, the data table 1 and the data table 2. In this, the second data table is smaller and consists of only 4 values. However, in the data table 1, we have 9 values and the second database miss some value in it. So as you can see over here that what the user want is that first the Excel should match these two databases within each other and then get the remaining values over here. So let's learn how to do this in some steps. The first step is to write the function to match these tables. In this step, we will just type the function to match these two databases. So for this, we will use the match function. So first we will type match, then the thing that the formula is asking is the lookup value, that is the first database. And after writing it, we will just fix this range by pressing F4. Then we will put a comma and in the lookup array we will select the second database. Now we will again put a comma and in the match type we will use the exact match. So we will type 0 for it, then we will close the bracket and press enter. Now you can see that Excel has matched these data and gave us some value. And you can see that we have entered the function only in one cell, but Excel has given result in multiple cells. If we go and see that what is written in this cell, that we will find nothing. This is because this is the output of the function that we have put in this cell. However, the output is that much big that it cannot be represented in a one single cell, so Excel has distributed the result into another cell, and by this you can see a blue outline in it which represents that Excel is doing the same. So now we get the result of matching these two databases, and as you can see that those values that exist got some number of their presence in this table. However, those that doesn't exist will got only a NA in it. So after getting the match results of these two databases, the second step is to convert the results in true and false. For doing this, we will use the isError function along with the function that we have used. So I will just press F2 and in the beginning of this function I will go and type the isError function. So the parameter value which is asking, in that parameter I will add the function that I have used to compare these two databases. So now we will close the bracket and press enter. So you can see that all those values that are found in the database 2 has been turned into false, and those that I have not found have been converted into true. Now the next step is to find the place of first missing value. To do this, what we have to do is we have to get the number among these data of the value that didn't exist. As you can see over here that the first 4 values are present in the second database, however this fifth value is not present over here. And also like this, the fifth value is getting the first error that is converted into true. So in order to get the number 5 in it, we will again use the match function. So we will type match, and in order to get that number in which the error exists, we will find true in the results, and in the lookup array for this we will just add the result of all those two steps that we have done. Then we will go to the end and put a comma, and in the match type we will choose the exact match. Now when we close the bracket and press enter, you can see that we get the number 5, that is the position of the cell value that didn't exist in this database. Now the next step is to fix the array range. Now what the fixing the lookup array means is that if I will just copy the entire work that we have done and put in the next cell, So you can see that we are getting the same 5 number over here. This is because when we edit this formula, you can see that lookup array is been lookuping the database into only these 4 selected cells. So in order to increase this range along with every next entry that we will made, we have to go into the function that we have entered and fix the first selection, that is the first cell in the lookup array. So now whenever I just copy and paste this formula into the next cell, the starting of this range will remain the same and the last, that is the closer of this range, will increase every time I put it into the next cell. So now I will just fix it and press enter. So now the next and the last step is get the missing values. So now to get the missing values, we will add one more function in it, and that is the index function. So we will go into the start, type index, then open the bracket, then in the first thing that it is asking is the array, so we will select that first database, then we will put a comma, and we will just fix this range to ensure that when we copy and paste it to the next cell, we didn't get any change in this data range. So now we have put the lookup array and the lookup value that we have find through this function. Now we will close the bracket and press enter. So you can see now that we get the fifth missing value over here. Now in order to get the other missing values, all I have to do is to drag this function up to the end, and you can see that all the missing values have been found from this database to this database. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, you can get the working file of this video in the link given in the description of this video. Also, follow us on different social media to get recent updates and a lot of freebies for you. All the links are given in the description of the video for different social medias. Thank you.